So that's it. That's the largest gathering of the non-religious in history, as seen from the Washington Monument, from which point you wouldn't even know it was going on. And just for comparison, that's what 400,000 people or so looked like at Obama's inauguration. And that's it in full swing. Maybe not surprising given its lead item on the agenda was LGBTQ equality. Yeah, but this is down on the ground. That's the Vice President, Dave Silverman, taking his kind of selfie. He also had this rather amusing tweet of a blatantly anatomically incorrect and obvious violation of the code of conduct by having the Vice President of the Reason Rally taking a picture of a woman's, vagina. Well, surely it's going to be a big hit online though. Well, actually, I've been watching the live stream and it maxed out at about 600 and it's being trolled out of existence. In fact, to be honest, it's far more entertaining watching the trolls practice their craft than watching the Reason Rally. And sure, thanks to their diversity politics, you can be sure that there's going to be loads of diversity at the Reason Rally. Well, if you've got good eyes, you might actually be able to spot the minority. Yes, there is actually one in there. And of course, it's still a deeply problematic sexist event, with there being about 2 men there for every woman. Actually, I've got to say this, that after my last video, I got a message from someone who is credibly in the know about this, claiming that it was disingenuous of me to say that the Reason Rally needed $100,000 or the event wouldn't happen, even though that's what it actually says on their website, and even though they've only managed to raise $25,000 or so. He said, and I believe him, that the actual event's total costs were nearer to $1 million and that the $100,000 was just to cover the last little bits at the end. At which point, I've got to say that's even worse. I mean, my reckoning is there's maybe 2,000 people there, 1,000 down each side of the pool. And if the event cost $1 million, that means they paid about $500 for every person attending. The even worse thing is that the Lincoln Memorial typically has about 20,000 visitors per day. And this was their turnout, and it wouldn't surprise me if the lion's share of the people there are just strays who happen to be visiting the Lincoln Memorial. I mean, I'd like to suggest that the organisers of this event learn from their mistakes, that freethinkers really don't want to go to a conference with a code of conduct that you would expect for a kindergarten for 5-year-olds. Which is full of social justice warrior crap about respecting people's pronouns. That is, they really don't want to go to a non-religious event where the lead item on the agenda is LGBTQ whatever right. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm not so sure there's anything in this movement worth saving. Hitchens is dead. Dawkins simply doesn't have the energy for this sort of thing anymore. Harris went his own way and Dennett just kind of melted into the background. So what do you think when the largest gathering of the non-religious in history pulls in, I don't know, maybe 2,000 people? Is there anything worth saving?